Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best team possible for less than 250,000 MT in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 11,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I know I haven't uploaded in a few days before today, but we're back to uploading every single day. I was out of town. I do apologize, but I do appreciate everybody for watching, and I would appreciate it if y'all do subscribe as we're back to those daily MyTEAM videos. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the starting PG position, we're going with a super cheap, incredibly elite budget option in Luke Walton. I love this card. I know some people might not love him. I think he's incredible. I think he's so good. 6'8" with a 6'8" wingspan. He's got good speed. He's a very capable defender. Great defensive and playmaking badges. Hoff limitless, Hoff bully. 92 shot 3, 85 driving dunk, which is more than good enough. He's got the size. He's got a decent player build. Not a great player build, but decent. He's got a really nice release. Markel full space is really solid. On quick, normal leaner. Got really good sigs and quick drops off one, so he moves well. He's got a nice release. He's got good size. He's a great slasher with really good dunk animations. A very good defender and very athletic. Just overall, the perfect package, especially for as cheap as 11,000 MT. I think he's an incredible option. So we have two really expensive cards in this team. One of them is Ricky Davis. I didn't want to go with any free cards in today's video because I think that kind of takes away from it a little bit. But Ricky Davis is certainly one of the guys who's going to be on this team. He's 75,000 MT, which obviously is a big chunk of our 250K, but that's okay. He's 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, so he's got very good size for a shooting guard. He's got hot spots from everywhere. 16 hoffs, bully, limitless takeoff, posterizer, agent 3, amp to catch and shoot, dead eye, limitless range, clamp breaker, handles for days, quick first step, anchor, clamps, etc. Defensive stats are really good. He's super fast. He's a great shooter and an elite level slasher. Comes very complete as a base card. Really not missing any key badges. He's got a top tier release. Seth Curry base with the best upper in the game. Oscar Robertson on very quick. It's the same release he had earlier this year. It's just on very quick instead of quick now, which makes it even better. Normal leaner, great sigs, really good dunks. Quick drops off one. He's just a top tier shot creator at the shooting guard position in the game, but also a very good defender as well. Just an elite level card. 75K is a lot, but he's one of the best cards in the game at the shooting guard position, so he definitely fits the team very well. Detlef Shrimp, very overlooked card, I feel like, from last Friday's drop. He's a beast. He's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, so first of all, he gives you great size at the small forward position, but he's got hot spots from everywhere. He's a really good slasher with Hoff bully, limitless takeoff, posterizer, and a 90 driving dunk. Obviously going to be an elite level shooter, but he's a very capable playmaker and defender as well. Good defensive stats, good speed, great shooter. Wayne Ellington base, Paul Millsap up around very quick is really nice. He's got the MJ dribble style. Garland size up is elite. John Wall escape, Lillard behind the back. All of his sigs are very nice as well. Dunk animations, no quick drops off one or two. Does have front clutches though, which is very nice. And he's just a really underrated budget card. I don't understand how this card is only going for 15,000 MT. I really don't get it. I think he's a top, like a really good small forward, and I think he definitely deserves a spot on this team. No doubt about that at all. Alexis Pokuševski, Mr. Poku, is going to come in at the 4. He's 7 foot. I think he can play the 4 very effectively. I know he's a little scrawny, but he's 7 foot with 7'3" wingspan, so he's got the size. 4 out of 5 hotspots, 12 hoffs, limitless takeoff, posterizer, catch, claymore, corner specialist, playmaking badges, and clamps. Really good defensive stats, honestly. He's got good speed. He's a very good shooter, and he's a very good dunker. Has a very smooth, great catch and shoot release. I think his budget card previously this year was really good toward the beginning of the year. I think it was that, I forget what set he came out in, but it was an amethyst Poku that was really good, and now this card is really good as well. He's got great top tier sigs again. No quick drops or front clutches. It's okay. I mean, that's about the only flaw that I can really see right now for a card that's 20K MT. I mean, again, he's just an absolute monster. Number at the 5, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name again because I don't know it. I know I've heard it, but I don't know it, and I'm not going to try again because I'm not going to butcher it. I butchered it in my top 10 centers video if y'all want to check that out. But 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. Why does he have a cold spot? I have no idea. But dunking badges and defense badges is what he gives you. He's a great athlete and he's a very good defender. But he can also shoot the 3 capably. He can play make a little bit. He's not going to be the greatest playmaker in the world, but I do think he's going to be a very good card. MJ dribble style. Tatum size up, Kobe escape, gives some decent sigs. Got a really good release, this Bosch base. Oscar upper on quick is phenomenal. I think he's really good. Quick drops off one as well. Is the best dunk animation in the game, so obviously there's that. And I know he's got a lower 3 ball, but you add some shooting badges to him. Add a coach, add a shoe, combined with a great release. He's still going to be a top tier card, and he's only 8K, which is just an absolute steal. So I think he's a beast as our starting center. All right, backup point guard position. This is our other really expensive player in this team. I think it helps balance out the starters and the bench a lot. Having a guy like Scotty Barnes. I think this Scotty Barnes card is also really good at the point guard position. His price has dropped pretty significantly as well. He's down to like 62,000 MT, which I think is a huge deal for a guy who's 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan. Gives you the size to compete against the tallest PGs in the game. 16 hoffs, hotspots from almost everywhere. He's an elite slasher, very capable shooter, very good playmaker, and an elite level defender especially. Defense is where he's going to shine. He's super fast. He shoots the ball well. He's a very good dunker. Dunker. He's got a decent release. I think his release is my least favorite part about the card because it's not next level elite, but it's okay. He does have very good SIGs. Francis Size Up, Wall Escape, Lily Behind the Back are all top tier. Excuse me, normal leaner as well is great. Quick drops off 1. I mean, he's got everything you could pretty much ask for besides the top tier release. But he's obviously an amazing card. And for 62,000 MT, I mean, there's just no doubt whatsoever that he's one of the top PGs. So for getting him that cheap is really, really nice for this team. Going Aaron Gordon at the backup 2. Another card who I will say, I don't love the release, but I like everything else. 6'8 with a 6'11 wingspan. Hotspots from basically everywhere. 16 hops. Again, obviously going to be an incredible slasher. We know this about Aaron Gordon, but he's got Hoff Limitless, Hoff Catch and Shoot, 94 3-ball, 95 speed and excel, capable playmaker, another really good all-around defensive card as well. Gives you 2 super versatile, big, switchable defenders in your backcourt off the bench. Another guy who can handle the ball a bit. Lillard behind the back is nice. His half-court SIGs aren't incredible, but I like his release. I don't love it. It's just kind of okay. Normal leaner, dunk animations are not amazing. No quick drops or front clutches, but he is going to trigger a ton of dunks because of obviously how elite of a slasher he is. And again, this just gives you an elite backcourt in terms of size and defense off the bench. Shooting will be fine. It just won't be next level elite between these two guys because of the fact their releases aren't insane, but it'll definitely get the job done. Of that, there is no doubt. Jeremy Sohan is going to be our backup 3. This is a card I really haven't seen people talk about at all, but for his value, it's such a steal. He's like 6,000 MT for a 6'9" who is very, very fast and is very, very elite defensively, is a great playmaker and defender, has the ability to shoot the 3 at a high level, and he's a very capable slasher. Does have front clutches, no quick drops, that's fine. SIGs are really good on him as well, so he can be a really nice secondary ball handler. He's got a good release. His release was on slow earlier this year. Now it's on quick. It's kind of similar to Tracy McGrady's old release. I think it's pretty good, though. I like it. Normal leaner as well. I definitely think he's going to be a really nice catch and shoot shooter, a great secondary playmaker, and an elite level defender who gives you really good size at the small forward position. He's 6,000 MT. Nobody's talking about this card. He's really good. I think he's an awesome option there. And then backup 4 is going to be Tyler Hansbrough, Psycho T. Cardo, I think, has been pretty overlooked. He's an elite pick and pop guy. Doesn't have the greatest size. He's a very capable defender, but not like next level elite, especially because of the size. But good dunker, good shooter. Not the fastest, but not slow either. Do really love his release, though. Kuzma based, Kobe upper on quick. It's just absolutely cash money. SIGs are okay. I mean, Lillard behind the back, MJ dribble style are good. His half court, in terms of size up and escape, are not that great. He does have front clutches, though. He's really, really good in a lot of ways. He's just a little undersized and doesn't have the greatest playmaking in the world, but he's only 15,000 MT. I mean, coming off the bench, definitely an absolute beast. No doubt about it whatsoever. Now, final player on this team. This is a weird one for me. It's Boban. I just think you got to throw him in there because of the size that he gives you at 7'4". I think he's slightly better than Mark Eaton because he can shoot wide open threes. I understand he's incredibly slow. That is an issue. If you're going to use Boban, you cannot blitz him. You cannot play him out of position. You want to make sure you're getting him back intentionally on defense as soon as you score. All those things to try to make his lack of speed as little bit of a liability as possible. With that being said, he's obviously going to be a dominant interior force on both ends of the court. One of the very few cards in this game who can compete against Yao and Taco defensively on the interior, and he can catch and shoot wide open threes, especially if you get one with a couple shooting badges, a 3-point shoe, things like that. The release is not great, but it is very greenable, and so the fact that he is at least a threat a little bit from the outside as well is really, really nice. He's your Yao / Taco / Mark Eaton, etc. stopper off the bench, and he's only 3,000 MT, which just helps him fit in perfectly underneath our 250k price point. And actually, we're pretty far under our 250k price point, listing at 232,000 MT gives us a good amount of wiggle room for this squad if players' prices go up or whatever. But I think this is a really, really good team. I like this team a lot. I think it gives you a lot of ball handlers, gives you shooting across the board, some size, big ball handlers at the guard positions is really, really nice. An elite level primary scorer in Ricky Davis and a couple other guys who are great secondary options as well. And I think this is a really good team. 250k, just an incredible level starter team that you could build at this point in the year. But that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.